Connors, Degrassi, Unpopular Opinions. Hey there, hello there. It's Jeff Cutter Diamond. Welcome you to another Degrassi Unpopular Opinion. And this is just basically one of an unpopular opinion I like to do. So this is the 153rd unpopular opinion and all that. So anyhow, this one is about just something that I personally think something's fishy about. Now, I don't remember if I did talk about this in an unpopular opinion beforehand, but season 5, when Emma had to deal with the fallout from Snake's trees with hot Hatzalakals, I think I said that Emma pushed Manny into a binge eating when Manny says she has to lose weight for a role. That she wanted Emma to help her lose weight and all that, and Emma took too much control of it. But unfortunately, that's not how it is. I didn't think that. I always thought that Manny pushed Emma into helping her lose weight for a role. But nope, that's wrong. This one kind of is in the same vein, but I'm gonna share it. I know it's gonna make me look like a twat, but sometimes I do that. So this unpopular opinion, I did take earlier. Well, I wrote earlier in July 2022. It's the 15th for context, which has been taped. I said, "Do you think Emma was being punished for telling the truth about Snake's trees with Hatzalakos?" And I go, So in season 5, Emma was having a tryst with Peter, behind Manny's back, but then she spots Snake with Hatzalakos and doesn't know what to do. Soon Snake begs for Emma not to tell on him, but she feels compelled to, and the consequences are that Snake is kicked out. Rightfully so, I said. And that Emma is made to pick up Snake's absence but be forced to do more stuff while Spike is upset. I get it, I do. But it seems to me that Spike and even Manny were counting on Emma to do more around the house when they could have picked up some of the slack. Now, to be fair, they didn't think Emma would have had a breakdown in a controlling phase. But still, it feels like Emma was punished for telling the truth. But a lot of people said no, and they said, well, why should Emma be punished for telling her mother about her stepfather's infidelity? She did the right thing. And Snake was appropriately punished for stepping out on the family that he had a hand in creating. And then I just said that the fact that Emma was doing more around the house, well, it seems that Manny and Spike weren't helping her out. Like, people said, oh, you're full of crap, Cutter. Now, the simple fact for this is that, well, it's like the Holly J and her mother's philosophy that people didn't agree on with my Reddit post. I'm basically stating that, it felt like when I watched those 2 episodes, it feels like, what is Manny, Spike doing around the house to help Emma? Okay, Emma had to step up in Snake's absence. Fair enough, but it looks like Manny and Spike aren't really helping her out. Like, what type of chores are they doing? They're not doing anything on screen. They could have been doing stuff off screen, but still, it just doesn't feel right. So the fact of the matter is, the reason why I'm saying this unpopular opinion is that, it feels that Emma probably felt like she was being punished for her stuff with Snake. Now, Emma did the right thing by telling on Snake and all that. And, Emma was still hiding the fact that she was with Peter, even though that nobody else wanted to be with Peter. I mean, Manny would have had a hissy fit if Emma decided to date Peter. And I think in a sense, Emma was just trying to get on Manny's nerves, saying that, I took you into my home after your parents kicked you out, and I can do things my way. It's my way or the highway. And it seemed that, Emma was terrible. And that season 5 diatribe I did in an earlier unpopular opinion led me to believe, later unpopular opinion, to realize that Emma's clingy friend phase was not because of Rick Murray, as I always said it was. The fact of the matter is that the creepy, clingy friend fight was more about after JT being stabbed steps from Emma and Manny's house. From Emma's house. I get why Emma was upset. Because, a stabbing happened steps from her house. She probably thought the cops were going to get on her case. She was scared. She was scared shitless. But to me, it felt like, the perception is that Emma probably was upset with herself and thinking that her having the house spiraling out of control, like trying to get control of the situation, controlling Manny's eating diet and just making it a eating disorder for herself, and Emma realizing that she's not getting like she should be fit and all that. It's like, why would Emma want to lose weight? I mean, Peter loves her for who she is. So Peter was just doing his job, and Manny and Emma was doing hers. I mean, and Emma, why would Emma want to be with Peter when he hurt Manny in the first place? I think Peter just want Emma to be loved. And, Sean left her high and dry in season 4. But I think she definitely knew that Sean was with Ellie. Sean left Ellie high and dry, but what about Emma? I don't know. So the big topic at hand is that, do you think Emma was being punished for that? No. I feel that Emma, in a sense, self-punished herself, thinking that she had made a giant mistake and had ruined the family. But Emma had to do the right thing. I mean, for Spike's benefit, for everyone's benefits. It's just like too good to be true, if you will. But I agree with the fact that, Emma wasn't punished. She had to step up in Snake's absence. Fair enough, but I'm just saying that, do you think that Spike and Manny took advantage of Emma? And I'm like, well, it looks like it, but maybe they did stuff off camera. So what we seeing is believing, and seeing is believing that you're wrong and all that. Emma was spiraling, with the eating disorder. Even Peter figured something was fishy after Emma finally blurts out that she and Peter are seeing each other, and Manny's upset. They've set up that intervention. Emma goes off on a tangent, telling Manny, "You're a drunk girl." Peter takes advantage of drunk girls, and Snake had a tryst with his mother, that being Peter. I guess that's kind of why she didn't blast Spike high and dry, because Spike may not have done anything. But it just feels too awkward to even think about it. So I'm a goner. I know I did wrong, and it's an unpopular opinion that you don't have to take to the bank and all that. I'm just stating that that's how I feel about it. Nobody else is telling me how to think about it, but I'm thinking about it, and I'm probably wrong. It's like the Breakfast Club. When I said, well, was the Breakfast Club necessary? And then when I got to look at it, I said, yes, it is necessary, because, it brought up an Ellie Sean pairing. Sean basically was less and less involved with the Candy Bandits. Hazel and Jimmy got together as a couple just before, Rick, doing that road trip with Rick, Terry, Spinner, and Paige. And also, it properly left Toby high and dry. Well, there were 5 people, so Toby was the odd man out. So yeah, it was necessary. I just feel that, Emma never seemed to want to get the help she wanted. But thankfully, the eating disorder forced her to get the help, and she had to tell herself she needed help. Simple as that. Anyway, I'm dropped time.